Understanding ethical corporate culture. An ethical corporate culture is a shared system of values, norms, and practices that guide behavior across all levels of an organization. It influences how decisions are made, how employees interact, how customers are treated, and how a business positions itself in society. Ethical culture goes beyond compliance. It requires embedding integrity, transparency, accountability, and respect into the corporate DNA. Core attributes of ethical culture: transparency, open communication, and honest reporting; accountability, responsibility for actions and their consequences; fairness, equal treatment in policies, promotions, and compensation; respect, valuing diversity, inclusion, and differing opinions; consistency, application of ethical standards across all roles. The role of leadership in shaping culture. Leaders are the tone setters. Their actions, not just their words, determine how ethics are perceived and followed in the organization. Ethical leaders model appropriate behavior, uphold standards, and build trust through consistency. Key practices: leading by example in decisions and interactions, demonstrating courage in addressing unethical behaviors, supporting ethical initiatives, and recognizing ethical conduct, ensuring ethical alignment between personal values and corporate goals. Institutionalizing ethics through policies and systems. An ethical culture must be supported by structured systems that reinforce ethical behavior. These include codes of ethics and conduct, clearly outline expected behavior; whistleblower protection systems, enable safe reporting of misconduct; ethical audits, evaluate the integrity of operations; reward systems, include ethics as a metric in performance evaluations. When policies are aligned with ethical principles, employees are more likely to internalize and act on those values. Ethics training and employee engagement. Employees are the lifeblood of ethical practice. It is essential to engage them in understanding the organization's values, identifying ethical dilemmas, and empowering them to make good decisions. Components of effective ethics training: scenario-based learning and simulations, workshops on identifying and resolving ethical conflicts, open forums and ethical dialogue sessions, mandatory onboarding and refresher programs. Engagement increases when employees feel heard, respected, and part of a purpose-driven organization. Ethical performance metrics and evaluation. A robust ethical culture requires tracking and measuring behaviors, not just financial outcomes. Organizations are now integrating ethical KPIs into their evaluations. Examples: number of ethics training sessions completed, employee satisfaction with ethical leadership, number of resolved whistleblower complaints, audit results on compliance and policy adherence. Metrics should be regularly reviewed and tied to strategic decisions and resource allocation. Addressing ethical failures and rebuilding trust. Even in ethical organizations, breaches can happen. What matters is how organizations respond. Ethical recovery includes transparent communication with stakeholders, immediate investigation and corrective action, public commitment to change and reform, third-party ethics consulting or audits. Restoring stakeholder trust requires authentic efforts, not just PR gestures. Global trends and the future of ethical culture. As businesses become more globalized, managing culture across borders is a challenge. Ethics must be localized but not diluted. Trends influencing ethical culture: digital ethics, AI, privacy, data integrity; ESG, environmental, social, governance, integration; social movements, diversity, equity, inclusion; generational shifts in workplace values. Companies that embrace adaptability while staying true to ethical principles will sustain competitive advantage. Conclusion: building an ethical corporate culture is not a one-off initiative. It is an evolving, dynamic process that requires commitment at all levels, from leadership to frontline staff. Ethics must be woven into the fabric of operations, policies, training, rewards, and relationships with stakeholders. The strongest organizations are those where doing the right thing isn't just encouraged, it's expected.